You've got to have a purpose around wanting this money. Okay, you've got to say, right, I want money. The money's going to be the side benefit of your growth. Okay, so what's the real reason behind the money? Why do you want the money? Now, it's the outcome, it's the results, it's the feeling, it's the emotions that money's going to give you. It's not necessarily the money that you want. Most people think they want more money, but we don't really want more money. We want the experiences, the outcomes that money will allow us to have, the lifestyle we'll be able to live. That's the real reason why we want money. And it's not just to have money. That's not enough for anybody. Money is never going to motivate you. You might think it's going to motivate you. I used to think that money's going to motivate me. Now money does not motivate me. It's what I'm able to do with the money. It's what purpose I'm able to put that money to that income. All right, I want to buy a new car. Let's say I want to buy a new car, which I'm going to buy a new car soon. Now, it's not the car that I want. Really, it's not. You're thinking, really? It's the experience. It's the feeling, the emotion, the excitement, the thrills the car's going to get me. You want a new home, right? You want the home because you want to experience that experience for yourself and your family. So we've got to understand, like, we must be willing to up our levels, right? We've got to really up our standards. So where you are right now, where your bank balance is, where you are right now, your past standards, your current standards have got you to where you are. Your past way you're thinking, your current way you're thinking has got you to where you are. Your discipline, your past discipline or lack of discipline has got you to where we are. So we've got to learn how to become more productive. Now, again, your productivity is controlled by your GPS, your subconscious mind, which we covered in day 2. This is why you can make a massive long list of things to do and you might not do them because you ain't programmed to do them. How many times do we make to-do lists? We make plans and we don't fulfill them because we're not conditioned to. Now, everything we do, we're conditioned to. Now, there was a guy, what's the chap's name? Roger Bannister. He was the first person to run the 4-minute mile. Now, you probably know the story. Up until he ran it, loads of people tried to run a 4-minute mile. 1 mile in under 4 minutes. Now, people used to tie pieces of meat on someone's leg and let bloody lions run after them, let the dog go, thinking that the person's going to run faster. And so many people tried for years and years and years. And it was deemed that it's impossible to run a 4-minute mile. They said your body's not built for it, your muscle structure, we're not designed to run a mile under 4 minutes. Now, Roger Bannister comes along. He comes along and he goes and fucking does the 4-minute mile. Why? Because he didn't buy into the belief that it can't be done. He didn't listen to all the naysayers, all the people that said it couldn't be done, why it couldn't be done. He had a different mindset. He had a different image in his mind. He had a different set of beliefs. Now, it's the belief that creates a fact. So he went out and done the 4-minute mile. Now, within months after he'd done the 4-minute mile, so many other people started to run the 4-minute mile. Now, can anybody tell me why that was? Why were other people able to run the 4-minute mile after he'd done it? What happened to all the people before? I want you to think about this. Okay, now you have your history, your family history, your generational history of what these people have done in the past. Okay, now your results, part of them are tied into what you've seen happen in the future. Now, chances are, if you're struggling financially, it's probably like 70% chance that you're 70, 80, probably 90% chances that you're in a similar sort of boat as your parents were. Not for everybody, but most people are in a similar situation as their parents were. So we have generational conditioning as well, where our ancestors, their results have been passed down. Their beliefs have passed down to generation to generation to generation. And if you look at welfare recipients, people that are receiving welfare, you'll find, if you look back generations, some of the people are still living in the same home as their parents and their grandparents lived in. So they've taken on conditioning. If you look at smokers, most parents smoke, their children see them smoke, they'll start smoking, right? And they say it runs in the family. It just runs in the family. Now, it's habitual. It's conditioning. That's why it runs in the family. Oh, you're just like your mother. You're just like your father. He was like this. No good. right? Or you know, he was just like his father. His father's very successful, and he's very successful. So it's the condition that we receive. It's the environment that we've grown up in. It's the environment that we're hanging around in that impacts our results. So we've got to really understand that if we want to change our results, we've got to change the ideas that we're working with.